It's Local Edition. I'm Brad Pomerance. Thank you so much for joining us. We have two guests with us today. Molly Quinn, you know her from Castle, which airs on ABC's Mondays at 10 p.m., as well as her good friend Diane Namm, who is a film director, producer, and they have produced two films that have meant so much to them, both dealing with the challenges of homelessness in the teen population. Why don't we start with you, Diane, and talk to us about these projects and what they mean to you?
Well, Finding Hope is basically demonstrating how a girl who's in a rock and a hard place in her own home, not feeling safe, not having anyone to trust and to go to protect her, has to leave. And then what happens when she does? What faces a teenage runaway when they have nowhere to go, nowhere to be, and no one to take care of them?
Now, Molly, you've played a lot of interesting characters, but this character from Sacrifice and Finding Hope touched you so much that you're here to talk about it and talk about the issue behind it, which is teenage homelessness. Why?
Well, I remember when when we did the first project, and I remember asking Diane, I said, well, this is, just something that happens in third world countries. This is fiction. I remember even saying that, and she stopped, and she looked at me, and she was like, no, this happens here in America every day. And it really hit me. And I'm glad that it happened before we were done filming The Sacrifice, because it really completely changed my character, and I really started thinking, what if? What if this was my life? What if my parents were taken away from me? What if I was forced into a situation that no teenage girl or boy should ever have to handle in a million years? And then we started working with Covenant House, and I really started paying attention to my surroundings. And
Covenant House helps teenage homeless?
Yes, it provides a safe shelter for girls and boys to go to when they have nowhere else to go. And
what's interesting, Molly, is that, like Diane said, it's not solely in third world countries, but it's more than that. It's in the Los Angeles area.
Well, there are, I think, 1 out of every 4 teen runaway ends up in Los Angeles.
That's right.
They think they're going to make it in Los Angeles. Things will be better in Los Angeles.
It's possible. I mean, possibly that's the reason. And also, I mean, they end up in New York, Dallas, Philadelphia. They end up
bigger areas,
places where they can disappear. And what happens when they disappear into an adult world is often unspeakable.
No,
and
it's prostitution, drug abuse,
and
trafficking, violence. And when you speak with the children, the teenagers at Covenant House, so much of them, Molly, are victims of violence. How does that feel to look at these children, because they are, and see the bruises and the pain, the emotional torment?
It makes me angry.
Right.
I'm glad they have a place like Covenant House to go to, but still I know that can't erase what has happened in their past, and the only thing I can hope to do is represent them in a way that they find, what's a good word? That they find honest and truthful, and so I can get their word out. It's all about them. And
what has this done for you, Molly, to be involved?
This is just, I've for the longest time wanted to get involved with these, like you said, well, really these teenagers, people my own age that have gone through things that, like I said, no one ever should have to. And so it's given me that opportunity to really learn more about life and what faces a lot of people. And I haven't thought of it really in any type of personal or work gain.
But I can only, which is good to hear.
Yeah, it's only, like I said, it's about them. It has nothing to do with me.
In our final moments, Diane, how can we see these projects?
Right at well, we screened it at Covenant House in order to get a reaction from the kids, and there was an authenticity that they related to. We are, at this moment, interested in network release or cable release.
Well, hopefully you'll get one through this interview. I want to thank you both for joining us. Thank you so much.
Thank you very
much. My name is Brad Pomerance. We're going to send you back to HLN.
Soldiers haven't stormed beaches with this intensity since 1944. Support AmpSurf, rehabilitating amputee veterans through surfing.